The air shimmered with laughter and the sweet scent of vanilla cake. Sophia, a vibrant 5-year-old, beamed amidst a kaleidoscope of balloons and streamers. Her 5th birthday party was a whirlwind of joy, surrounded by her loving family, her gentle mother Vincenza, her strong father Vito, her playful older brother Giovanni, and her wise grandparents Rosalie and Dominic. But her brightest smile was reserved for Cleo, her best friend, whose eyes sparkled with shared excitement. Sophia felt a warmth in her chest, a feeling of pure, unadulterated happiness that made her feel like she could float. Yet, amidst all the celebration, a tiny, unspoken wish lingered in Sophia's heart. A desire for a truly magical adventure, something beyond the ordinary, something that would fill her with wonder. She often dreamt of hidden worlds, of secrets whispered by the wind and the waves, a yearning for enchantment that only a child's imagination could truly conjure. The moment arrived for gifts, and Sophia's eyes widened at a beautifully wrapped box. Inside, nestled on a bed of tissue paper, was a small, intricately carved wooden turtle. Its shell was a mosaic of greens and blues, polished to a soft sheen, and its eyes, tiny beads of obsidian, seemed to hold an ancient secret. It wasn't a toy she could play with, in the traditional sense, but something about it called to her. As Sophia's small fingers brushed against its smooth, cool shell, a soft, ethereal glow emanated from the turtle, bathing the room in a gentle, pulsating light. The familiar walls of her living room began to ripple, then dissolve, replaced by an astonishing vision. The floor beneath their feet transformed into soft, shimmering sand, and above them, the ceiling became a vast, cerulean expanse of water, teeming with life. The entire party, Sophia, Cleo, Giovanni, Vincenza, Vito, Rosalie, and Dominic, found themselves suspended in an ethereal underwater garden, a breathtaking panorama of vibrant coral reefs, swaying anemones, and schools of iridescent fish darting like living jewels. It was more magnificent than any dream, a silent, living tapestry of unimaginable beauty. The air was thick with the scent of salt and something indefinably fresh, and the gentle current swayed them as if in a lullaby. Cleo gasped, her hand instinctively finding Sophia's, their eyes wide with shared awe. A magnificent creature, a wise old dolphin with eyes that held the wisdom of ages, glided gracefully towards them. Its skin was a shimmering silver blue, scarred with the marks of a long life, yet its movements were fluid and serene. It nudged Sophia gently with its rostrum, a gesture of welcome and profound understanding. The dolphin, whose name was Lumina, communicated not with words, but with a symphony of clicks, whistles, and a deep, resonant hum that resonated directly within Sophia's heart, filling her with a sense of peace and connection. Lumina began to share stories, not just of the garden they now inhabited, but of the vast, ancient ocean itself. She spoke of the delicate balance of life, of the tiny plankton that fed the mighty whales, of the coral reefs that were cities for countless creatures, and of the deep, mysterious trenches where light never touched. She showed them visions of vibrant ecosystems thriving in harmony, but also, subtly, hinted at the shadows that sometimes fell upon the ocean, the whispers of human impact, of plastic islands and fading colors. Sophia listened, captivated, her heart swelling with both wonder and a nascent understanding of the ocean's vulnerability. Lumina's tales were not just narratives, they were living lessons, painting vivid pictures of the ocean's past, its present struggles, and the hopeful possibilities of its future. The family, initially startled, slowly relaxed into the wonder of it all, their faces reflecting the same awe as the children. Giovanni, usually boisterous, was unusually quiet, his eyes fixed on Lumina, absorbing every silent message. Even Rosalie and Dominic, who had seen much in their lives, were mesmerized by the dolphin's ancient wisdom. Suddenly, the tranquil beauty of the underwater garden was shattered. A low, guttural tremor vibrated through the water, shaking the delicate coral structures. The vibrant colors of the garden began to dim, as if a shadow had fallen over the sun. Schools of fish, once playful, scattered in panicked bursts, their iridescent scales losing their luster. The graceful anemones retracted, and the once lush seaweed began to wilt, turning a sickly brown. A deep crack appeared in a magnificent, ancient coral formation, spreading like a spiderweb. Lumina, her usual serene demeanor replaced by a look of profound concern, let out a series of urgent, distressed clicks. Through her silent communication, Sophia understood. The tremor was a symptom of a deeper imbalance, a wound inflicted upon the ocean's heart. It was a cry for help, a consequence of neglect and pollution that had reached even this magical realm. Sophia felt a pang of fear, but more powerfully, a surge of protective instinct. She looked at the magical turtle in her hand, which had begun to pulse with a faint, anxious glow. Lumina guided Sophia, nudging her towards the largest, most affected coral structure. The dolphin conveyed that the turtle was not just a means of transport, but a conduit for healing, a vessel for pure, loving intention. Sophia had to channel her compassion, her desire to protect, into the turtle. It was a daunting task for a 5-year-old, but Sophia, remembering Lumina's stories of the ocean's resilience and the interconnectedness of all life, knew she had to try. She closed her eyes, clutching the turtle tightly, and focused all her young heart's love and hope into its smooth shell. She imagined the vibrant colors returning, the fish swimming freely, the coral mending. She pictured the ocean as a living, breathing entity, and she poured all her energy into sending it healing light. The turtle pulsed brighter, a steady, strong beat mirroring Sophia's determined heart. A warm, golden light emanated from it, slowly spreading through the dimming garden, pushing back the shadows. The crack in the coral began to mend, slowly at first, then with increasing speed, until it was gone. The colors returned, more vivid than before, and the fish resumed their joyful dance. The garden breathed a collective sigh of relief, its beauty restored, its balance reaffirmed. Sophia felt a profound sense of exhaustion, but also an overwhelming feeling of accomplishment and connection, as if she had truly become one with the ocean's spirit. Her family watched, awestruck, as their little Sophia, guided by the wise dolphin, had brought healing to a magical world. As the golden light subsided, the gentle current intensified, and the underwater garden began to softly recede, fading like a beautiful dream. The familiar walls of Sophia's living room slowly materialized around them, the scent of vanilla cake returning to the air. The magical turtle in Sophia's hand dimmed, its glow receding, but its surface felt warm, imbued with the power it had just wielded. Sophia looked at Cleo, then at her family, their faces still etched with wonder and disbelief. The birthday cake, untouched, waited on the table, but Sophia's focus had shifted. She walked over to the window, gazing out at the familiar world, but seeing it with new eyes. The ordinary trees, the distant sound of traffic, the patch of sky above her house. They all seemed connected to the vast, living ocean she had just helped heal. A quiet, resolute determination settled in her heart. "We have to protect the ocean," she whispered, her voice small but firm, a profound wisdom belying her 5 years. All of us. Her mother, Vincenza, knelt beside her, gently stroking her hair. "Yes, my love," she said, her voice filled with understanding and pride. "We will." From that day forward, Sophia's birthday wasn't just a celebration of another year. It was a reminder of the magical journey she had taken, the wise dolphin she had met, and the profound responsibility she now carried. She started small, reminding her family to turn off lights, to recycle, to be mindful of water. She drew pictures of the ocean, vibrant and full of life, and told anyone who would listen about Lumina and the underwater garden. Her family, inspired by her unwavering commitment, joined her, making small changes that rippled outwards. The magical turtle sat on her bedside table, a silent guardian, a constant reminder that even the smallest hands could hold the power to heal and protect. Sophia knew that the real ocean, just like the magical garden, needed love and care, and she, a little girl with a big heart, was ready to give it.